Spadyman Services. I have a handyman service in the Sunset Hills neighborhood that caters to people in the West Side area. Some of the things that I do are painting, repairing doors around the house, fixing decks, fixing garage doors, just anything that you might be able to think of around your house that's broken or that doesn't work. That's the kind of things that I try to go out and fix for people. I've been doing this about 7 years now, and I got into it because I wanted to work for myself. And my dad actually was a carpenter growing up, and so was my grandpa, so it's always been in my blood and it's been in my family for generations. Some of the things when I was about your age to get ready for this job was I helped my dad around the house. I also helped my grandpa around his farm and learned how to do a lot of the things that I do now. And a lot of that was just learning how to use the tools and learning how to just work on things. When I was younger, I also had a paper route, which was kind of like working for myself because they'd deliver papers to me and I'd go out and deliver them and make money that way. I'd also trim hedges and clean out gutters for people in my hometown as well. The way that I usually charge is by the hour. I charge $50 an hour right now for most jobs, plus the materials that I use on jobs as well. The best part of having my own business is the flexibility to set my own schedule and still have time for the family, and also be able to help people too, and around their house. That's very satisfying to be able to help someone with their own house that they can't fix themselves. The hardest part of my job is just keeping everything organized and going. A lot of times I don't have any employees, I don't have anybody doing my books. It's just me and doing the jobs, bidding the jobs, doing all the paperwork afterwards, doing the taxes. So those are the pieces that are probably the most difficult because it's so time consuming, and those are the things that I don't get directly paid for either. No 2 days are ever the same. I'm doing different jobs every day. For example, the last 2 days I worked at 2 different customers' houses. Yesterday, some of the things that I did were caulk and seal a patio in their backyard. I also fixed a faucet for them. I put in a couple of towel hooks in their bathroom. I put in a Ring doorbell for them yesterday. And then today, some of the things that I did is I got on a roof and I put new mortar in around some of the bricks in the chimney, and also nailed down the metal pieces around the chimney that are called flashing and caulked those. And then I went inside and a door wasn't shutting right, so I had to make some adjustments to the door to get it to shut properly. And I went back outside then and fixed a iron railing around their front step that had came loose, and I had to drill holes into the concrete and put pieces of rebar in there. And then I went and got Jimmy John's cups and turned those upside down and cut a hole in them, and I poured the cement through those to make a nice little even like cone for where the feet went into for the wrought iron railing. This was also after about 6 trips to the hardware store over the last 2 days, which isn't exactly typical, but sometimes you run into things that job changes or you don't have what you need and you have to make those trips. And the last 2 days had about 6 trips there. So not to mention I stopped for lunch and had some Jimmy John's today, and they helped me out with the cups. And yesterday, I don't know what I had yesterday, a sandwich of some sort. So the next thing we're going to do is have a little tool quiz and see how your tool knowledge is. I've got 2 different toolboxes on each side, and I also have tools in the back, but there's probably enough tools here to do what we want to do. So, does anyone know what this tool is? That's right, it's a hammer. Does anyone know what this tool is? That's right, it's a tape measure. Does anyone know what this tool is? That's right, it's a chisel used to chisel out wood. Does anyone know what this tool is? Notice there's a bubble in there. That's right, it's called a level. Does anyone know what this tool is? That's right, it's a stud finder. I use it on walls to help me find the studs in the wall so that I know where to drill my screws. Does anyone know what this is? There's numbers on it. It's a speed square. Is it shaped like a square? No. It's a triangle, but it's called a speed square. And it will help you cut boards or get angles on boards. It's called a speed square. Does anyone know what this tool is? That's right, they're vice grips. They help me grab a hold of bolts or nails or screws that I can't get out with another tool, and I can either pull them out or I can twist them out, but it just is a very, very strong grip that I can put on things to help me work. Does anyone know what this tool is? That's right, it's a screwdriver. It's got a different bit on the end. This one actually has 10 different bits that you can pull apart and interchange them. It's a very simple tool, but it sometimes comes in handy. This is where I keep my power tools. Does anyone know what this tool is? It looks like a drill, but actually it's an impact driver. And I just use this one for putting screws in or taking screws out, or sometimes bolts too. How about this one? That's right, this is the drill. I can put drill bits in here to drill in holes, or if I need to do screws, I can also use this as well. One more power tool. Does anyone know what this one is? It actually says it on there. You got that as a freebie. It's a skill saw.